I'm going to share with you two programs. The first one is more strength focused. This is the one you run if you want to reach 2 plates as fast as possible. The second program is more bodybuilding focused. You'll reach 2 plates a little bit slower, but you'll be more jacked than in the first program. Here are the timestamps. Skip around if you want, or you can look at both programs and see which one you like more. But make sure you watch the important tips at the end. So here's the strength program. Right now, I'll show you the exercises with the sets and reps. Later on, I'll show you how to actually progress each workout. So, on day A, you're starting off with bench. Then you're going to move on to barbell overhead press, dumbbell bench press. This is the dumbbell bench where you go super deep. I made a video about that. And you're going to finish off with skull crushers. So that's day A. On day B, you're also going to be starting off with bench, but then you're going to move on to dumbbell overhead press, any chest machine, and then you're going to finish off with tricep pushdowns. That's the whole strength program. Make sure there's 48 hours between day A and day B. You want to run this every single week. In terms of progression, bench and overhead press, which is highlighted in yellow, you want to do basic linear progression. I will show an example on the screen. Pause the video if you want. It's pretty self-explanatory. For everything else, which is highlighted in blue, we're going to be doing dynamic double progression. So check out this video by Sean Nalawani. I'll put the link in the description. He explains dynamic double progression a lot better than I could. Just know that it's a very good way of progressing each workout for max gains. So check it out. Now we move on to the bodybuilding program. You will get more jacked doing this one, but the trade-off is that it will take a little bit longer to reach a 2-plate bench. So, day A, you're doing bench press again, dumbbell overhead press, chest flies, any tricep overhead extension. You can do this with cables, with barbells, with dumbbells, and you're going to finish off with any side raise. Day B, you're going to do overhead press, dumbbell bench press, any overhead press machine, skull crushers, and you're going to finish off with a different side raise. So if on day A, you did a machine side raise, day B, you might do dumbbells. In terms of progression, everything is going to be dynamic double progression, which again is explained in this video linked in the description. As you can see, the programs are different, but they're not that different. In the strength program, you bench twice a week, which is obviously going to get you stronger faster than if you only bench once per week. But the benefit to the bodybuilding program and benching once per week is that it allows us to focus on our other muscles and hit the shoulders really hard. In the strength program, we also bench in the lower rep range, 4 to 6, versus 5 to 8 in the bodybuilding program. And that's just because sets of 4 to 6 carry over a little bit better to strength. If you want to find success with either of these programs, you need to follow these tips. I listed them in roughly order of importance, but they're all very important. First, you want to make sure that you're gaining weight, because no one in history ever got a big bench press or big muscles by staying the same weight. You need to be gaining a little bit of weight every single week. I already made a video about how I manipulate my weight. Watch it if you're so inclined. Next tip is that you need to start light, especially for the main movements. If the program calls for 3 sets of 4, don't automatically go to your heaviest weight and grind every single rep. You want to start the program at a weight where the reps are bearable. Maybe you have 2 or 3 reps left in the tank. This leaves you more room to get stronger over time. Don't be afraid to redo sets and reps. So if you've been doing the program for a while and you have a really hard day, like let's say you barely squeeze out the sets and reps, it's okay to do the same workout next week. In fact, it's okay if you do it multiple times until the weight feels somewhat bearable, and then you can progress again. Eventually, when you can't make any more progress, it means your fatigue is too high and that you need to deload. A deload is an easier week of training to get rid of some fatigue. After an easier week of training, decrease the weight by 10 to 15% and build back up from there. Don't half-ass the accessory movements. A lot of people have the tendency to go really hard on the main compound movements and then kind of coast the rest of the workout. You need to take your accessory movements very seriously because they will build a lot of muscle and strength for you. Treat them the same way that you would your main movements. Progress 5 pounds at a time. So if you have the option between progressing 10 pounds and 5 pounds, it's probably better if you just do 5. So that's a 2.5 on each side. It seems like it'll take you longer to get stronger, but it's actually the opposite. You'll get stronger faster because you have less plateaus. So unless the weight feels really easy, just progress 5 pounds at a time. For the strength program, you'll be ready to bench 2 plates once you can do 170 to 190 for 3 sets of 6. For the bodybuilding program, you'll be ready to bench 2 plates once you can do roughly the same weight for 3 sets of 8. The reason why you need the same weight for more reps in the bodybuilding program is because you aren't training as specific for bench press strength as you are in the powerlifting program. That's the video. If you have any questions, let me know.